As the journey's unfolded, it's got deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And you cannot look at what's happening in the world and ways to change what's happening without realizing that we create our reality. What we think is real becomes our experienced reality. For instance, if you think you are powerless and you're just little me, I'm just Joe Public, I've got no power, what will you live? You will live a powerless life in which you will be little me. But little me does not exist except in your perception of reality. And the whole idea is to persuade humanity from cradle to grave that they have no power and events in their lives are random and they're just bad luck and good luck, and they should hand their power to the people in authority because they know best. We have 6 billion people on this planet, so they tell me, I don't know who's bloody counted them, that are overwhelmingly not conscious. They are what I call body conscious. They're five-sense conscious. They're conscious of the five senses. They're not conscious of much greater, deeper, more wise and knowledgeable levels of consciousness, which is what they really are. And what is happening now is people are waking up. People talk about, I suddenly woke up and I could see it. Well, what is this waking up? It's the point where these people cease to be only body conscious, five sense conscious. Can I see it, touch it, hear it, taste it, smell it? Ah, it exists then. To becoming multidimensionally conscious, if you like, to access greater amounts of their infinite consciousness and to change their point of observation of this world. When people say to me, I don't understand it, it's so obvious now I can see it, why didn't I see it before? Because you were body conscious. You weren't conscious in the terms that I'm talking about. It's similar to being in a little room and there's a door in the room and everyone's sitting in the room and you're born in the room and they're all telling you that this room is all that there is. And this is the world, and this is the limit of possibility, this is the limit of what you are. And every time you go towards the door, they go, oh no, you can't go through that door. What will the Pope say? What will the bishop say? What will the rabbi say? What will your mother say? What about the people at work? Oh my goodness, you can't go through that door. And then eventually you do go through the door. And you open it and you walk through and you realize, hey, that little room is not all there is. It's not who I am. And you walk down the corridor and you walk across the courtyard and you walk out the gate and you walk up the hill and you turn around and you look back. And what you see is vast walls with broken glass and barbed wire across the top and guards parading up and down the battlements. And you see the little building, and inside the little building is the little room that you spent your whole life believing was the limit of possibility and the limit of what you are. And that's where the elite want you to be, because when you are five sense conscious, they got you because they're manipulating the five sense world. When you expand your consciousness by removing preconceived ideas and programmed beliefs and just start with another blank sheet of paper, you symbolically walk to the top of that hill and you look back and you go, my God, I can see it now. Because if we remain five sense conscious, we can forget it. Because they control access to the five senses through what we hear, what we eat, what we smell, what we see. Look at society, the way it's structured. It's all structured to entice and entrap the five senses and hold us staring in that headlights of that oncoming train. But when you move away from preconceived ideas and preconceived beliefs and what the bloody bishop tells you, what your mother tells you, what the professor at university tells you, and you start to think for yourself with a blank sheet of paper, then you can start to see the world in a different way. And amazing things happen. I know, I've experienced them for 20 years. I know other people have experienced them. Suddenly, when you put out the intent, I want to make a contribution to bringing an end to this fascism and having a world of freedom. What happens, because we are electromagnetic beings on this level, we are putting out that intent. And that intent locks into other magnetic energy fields that we call people, places, experiences, and we draw those people to us. And we call it synchronicity. We call it, what a coincidence. I think like this, I want to do that, and you come into my life, and you think like that, and you want to do the same. You get this meeting of minds, this drawing in of like minds, and this inspiration of where we go next. Because it's not for me to tell anyone how they react to this increasing police state. We are drowning in people telling others what they should do, what they should think, how they should react to this. We don't want any more of that. We need to encourage people to become conscious so they are inspired themselves on how they should react from their perspective to what is going on. We want no more sheep following the shepherd, no more herd mentality, frightened of leaving the field. We need people to become conscious in themselves and for them to make their decisions on what they do and how they react to this situation we're talking about. Because if that doesn't happen, forget it. Because I tell you, may not like it, it's just my view. There are large numbers of conspiracy researchers who are not conscious, they're body conscious. And it's great what they're doing because we need to know about the manipulation of banking systems and political systems and all the rest of it. But if that's where it ends, all we're going to do is learn more and more about the prison cell. I want to know where the key is. Where's the key to open this door? To walk out of the cell, not to learn more about it. And the only way to find that key is by becoming conscious. To start to access higher levels of consciousness so that we can perceive the world from a much higher perspective of knowledge, understanding and wisdom, and have the inspiration of how we react and respond to the situations that we face with the gathering police state. If we don't become conscious, then forget it, it's all over. Fortunately, vast numbers of people are going through that process, and it's that is going to bring the house of cards down. Not marching in the streets with banners, not stockpiling weapons, people becoming conscious, and not only that, having then the courage to act upon the situations they face without fear of the consequences. Because there are no consequences. We are infinite consciousness. We live forever. There are no consequences. So we leave this world a little bit early trying to do what we believe is right. I'm terrified. That's the attitude. That's the point of perspective that's got to bring this down. And I think it's going to, frankly, and quicker than people think.